And welcome back, everyone, once again to the Diecast Dude Racing Network, your home for the Survivor Series Group 2. With a chance to make it to the Dodge Barrel round, these drivers are sure to give it everything they've got. The top 2 spots will advance in the 4-lap shootout. It's Group 2 up next. Let's meet these drivers. In the pole position on the front row will be Ra Sungod in that number 79 Ford Shelby GT350. Alongside of him will be the number 57 car, the 1963 Studebaker, driven by Hades of Karmic Racing. Starting in the back row will be Lucas from EP Videos in the number 20 Mitsubishi GT3000. And alongside of Lucas in Group 2 will be James, driving for the Fractal Panda in the number 8 Ford GT40. Not to can be confused with the GT90 that we had last week, driven by Sam Hall. It's the GT40. All 4 cars have passed their pre-race inspections. They've made it through the photo ops. They've all made their practice runs, and it's time to get Group 2 underway. It's a 4-lap shootout with a shot into the Dodge Barrel round on the line. We'll take the top 2 drivers. Ra Sungod and Hades will occupy the front row. Ra Sungod on the inside, they're down, they're away. It'll be Lucas pushing Ra Sungod through the divided 180. They're into the open track. It's Hades making the pass on Lucas, but Lucas isn't done. He gives the pass right back to Hades, and it's Ra Sungod. Can Lucas catch Ra Sungod? He cannot. And Ra Sungod puts up an 11.619. A little bumping around there at the finish line. Not too much. I didn't see James from the Fractal Panda there. Looks like he slid out. Yet there he is on the top of the home stretch, right in front of that EP Racing logo. Let's take a look and see what happens here in our Survivor Series replay, brought to you by the Diecast Dude Racing Network. Thank you everyone for watching. Hades puts the move on Lucas. Lucas right back after him as they get into the final turn with his eyes set on Ra Sungod, but Ra Sungod and that Shelby just hit the gas and they take off. They finish 1-2, Hades finished 3, and up there at the top of the hill we see James. He does not finish, I'm sorry. We'll have a D and F, and after race number 1, Ra Sungod posting the 11.619. That'll be the fast lap to be aiming for. The 2 extra bonus points awarded to the fastest lap. Lap 2 ready to go there at the top of the hill. It will be Lucas on the inside, Ra Sungod on the outside. That's your front row. Back there is James and Hades, but it's going to be Lucas right now into turn 3. He's hit the gas after circling that front row. Gets a little wobbly there through the midsection. Trouble right there in front of the garage, and it will be Lucas winning with an 11.844, our second fastest time of the evening. Great run from him and that team. They've got the car dialed in. I want to see what happened up here, and it is a 3 DNF behind Lucas right there in the middle of the track. Hades, James, and Ra Sungod, they must have got tangled up. Ra Sungod couldn't get through that gate. You make it through that gate and you can get to the finish line if you just keep it straight. Gravity will take you there. As we start and take a look at the Survivor Series replay, it looks like everyone is through the chicane and into the open track. It's Lucas all by himself. He's a little squirrely out of the turn 3, but let's take a look right here. It's Hades putting Ra Sungod into the wall. They slide up the hill. Nowhere for James to go. Not sure he would have made it over there, but you see down there Lucas, he's gone. And that is just as good as the fastest lap when you can get 5 points to the field's 0. And after 2 races, Lucas at the midway point will be your leader with 8 points. Ra Sungod, even though he DNFs, he'll be in second with 5. Hades back there, and James yet to complete a circuit here at Brick Mountain Speedway. We're all set to go. We're back at the top of the mountain. James is going to have his opportunity. He'll start on the inside of the front row. He'll have some competition on the outside there. That's no slouch there in that GT3000 as it takes off on the outside. Lucas into the divided 180. He's through the chicanes very nicely and into the open track. Lucas putting on a clinic right here for his second lap in a row. Don't even see the field. The field is gone. They will finish James second, it looked like. Or it was Hades second, and they bump it again at the finish line. Lucas giving a shot to James. Hades making sure that Lucas doesn't get away with that. As Lucas into the open track, he's got the pedal to the metal. Nobody in his way. It's a battle for second. It looks like Ross Sun got back there. He's trying to catch up. He cannot. It will be Lucas with a very nice lap time of 11.731, faster than his second lap, but still second best to Ross Sun God's 11.619 from lap number 1. You see it right there. And after our third lap, Lucas punches his ticket to the Dodge Barrel round. Ross Sun God, Hades, and James, there's still a chance for all three of them. Someone's going to have to be faster than Ross Sun God to make it into the next round, but it's anybody's car. Lucas, he'll be in the back row. He's already in there. He can take it easy. The front row will be Hades on the outside, James on the inside. They're down and away. It'll be Hades taking the pack into the divided 180 through the chicane. Ross Sun God pushing Hades along. He wants to get something here, and it looks like James goes around Ross Sun God, and it's going to be Hades in the truck, and the Studebaker winning the race. James coming in second. Hades, very nicely done. Ross Sun God in third. I don't see Lucas. It's a 12.607 time. Not going to be fast enough. Lucas, DNF. And as they get those points all worked out, we'll take one quick look at the replay. Hades leading the team into turn 3. Ross Sun God gets squirrely. There goes James. He captures second place. And doing the math, that position lost right there by Ross Sun God, it's going to cost him 1 point. It's going to cost him 1 point, but he's going to get the fastest lap, and he and Hades are going to be tied with 10 points, and we will need a race off. It's no fun doing one and done. We'll do a best of 3. We'll get those two guys back to the top of the hill. They'll run it back for a best of 3. Only one can go on and join Lucas in the Dodge Barrel round in Group A. So here it is. The fastest lap will take the inside lane. That'll be Ross Sun God. Hades, he'll be on the outside in the number 57. That's Studebaker. It'll be a best of 3. They're down in the way. No replays, no anything, unless something crazy happens here. We're going to get right through this as they are down and through into the open track. It's Ross Sun God in the Shelby GT 350 into the final turn. He's got a bumper there full. He sees the Studebaker back there, but it's not going to be enough time. It's a 12.33. That's a moot point here, but it's good to see where you stack up. All the extra runs you can, all the extra practice, especially if you're moving on. You want to get as much practice as you can. And Ross Sun God will lead the best of 3, 1-0, and Hades on the bubble of exiting the Survivor Series after round number 1 here. Just our second group, and we've already been treated to a great series so far. Hades, he'll be on the inside. Ross Sun God on the outside. They're down and away, and they're into the divided 180, even through the chicanes. The Studebaker starting to pull away, but Ross Sun God is right there on the metal, and here they go to the top of the hill, down to the final turn. It's going to be the Studebaker winning and keeping his series hopes alive. Ross Sun God finishing second. He threw that car right into the bumper. Not sure that was such a good idea. That's a delicate Ford GT. That's a tough Studebaker. And down 2 laps. And it is 1-1. So here it is. It's winner take all. Ross Sun God, he'll be on the inside. Hades will be on the outside for Karmic Racing. It's one final lap. Who's going to join Lucas in the Dodge Barrel round? And it's going to be the Studebaker giving chase to the Shelby GT500. Can he catch him? They're through the final turn, and it will be Ross Sun God at the line. They both gave it a serious attempt. They wreck it out there at the finish line. Ross Sun God in the Ford Shelby GT350 pulls it out there in the end. It took everything he had. It took all 4 laps in the qualifier, and it took an overtime 3-lap shootout to capture his place in the Dodge Barrel round, and that is a tired team for sure. There they are at the top of the hill getting checked in for post-race inspections. It'll be Lucas of EP Videos in the GT 3000, Raw Sun God in the Shelby GT 350. Both well done. And Group 3 is going to have something to say about that. That was a great, great show. We'll get to them next week. Right now, 2 more out of the way. There goes Hades. There goes James. They're out of here. It's going to be on to the Dodge Barrel round for EP Lucas and Raw Sun God as they put on a fantastic round. They put together all the right moves and they move on. That's our show for the week. Thank you for watching. We will see you next week, folks.